Rain hammered my face as security gripped my arms and marched me across the parking lot like a criminal. Through the fogged glass of the break room, I watched them all laughing, raising champagne flutes around her. Lena. Fresh-faced, Ivy League smile, colorful balloons floating above her head. My soggy cardboard box of personal items felt pathetic under my arm. I caught my boss Raj's eye. He lifted his glass in a dramatic toast. Even through the streaked glass and pouring rain, I could read his lips. She'll fix your mess. 3 years. 1,095 days of sleepless nights, skipped meals, and solving traffic flow problems no one else could touch. 3 years building a revolutionary urban mobility system for a city of 2 million people. And 30 minutes earlier, Raj had slid an empty box across his sleek desk and said, "We're pursuing more conventional approaches." I didn't beg. I didn't scream. I just nodded while something inside me crumpled. I'm Zaira, 31, transportation systems engineer, the kind of person who sees patterns in chaos where others see only gridlock. I don't look like the genius type. Messy dark hair, always in hoodies. But I built an adaptive traffic system that could save lives by clearing paths for ambulances and turning rush hour into something almost bearable. Before I continue, if you've ever been undervalued or discarded at work after giving everything, hit like right now and tell me in the comments where you're watching from. Stories like this hit harder when we know we're not alone. I drove home in silence, windshield wipers losing their battle against the storm. They'd been grooming Lena for months. She questioned every unconventional decision I made in meetings, never having survived a real-world traffic crisis. "Wouldn't a traditional framework be more sustainable?" she'd ask with that perfect smile. That night, my apartment felt too quiet. No pets, no partner, just the echo of wet shoes on tile. I'd given this job my entire life, missed family events, abandoned hobbies, watched my social circle disappear, all for a system that was part code, part intuition, part me. The first 2 days after my firing, my phone stayed silent. On the third day, it started ringing. Lena's name flashed again and again. By evening, there were 19 missed calls. They were panicking. On day 4, my old junior colleague, Arjun, called in a whisper. "Zaira, it's collapsing. The North Sector gridlocked yesterday. Ambulances were stuck. They had to use helicopters for emergencies. Lena keeps trying standard fixes, but it's getting worse. The mayor is furious." I stayed quiet. "People are suffering," he added softly. That hit hard. Not Raj's smug toast, not Lena's stolen spotlight. Real people, families, patients, kids trying to get to school, were paying the price for corporate arrogance. The next morning, the mayor's office texted me directly. "Neutral Cafe, 10 a.m. For the city." Mayor Annika looked exhausted when I arrived. She didn't waste time. "They told me you moved on. I now know they fired you while celebrating your replacement. The system you built is failing. Emergency response times are up 45%. We've had preventable incidents. I want to hire you directly as a city consultant. Bypass the company completely." I felt the old anger rise, but also something else. Responsibility. My creation was hurting people. "I'll need full creative control," I said. "My name on the patents and documentation, and I choose my own small team." She agreed without hesitation. I met Lena 2 days later in a quiet library study room. No laptops, just notebooks and pens, as I'd demanded. She looked broken. Dark circles, trembling hands. "I need your help," she whispered. "The system doesn't behave the way the textbooks say it should. I thought your code had hidden sabotage." I laughed softly. "No sabotage. You just never understood it. The system isn't rigid rules. It's alive. It adapts to weather, human behavior, tiny anomalies I spent 3 years learning to feel. You can't replace intuition with a conventional framework." She swallowed hard. "I was wrong. I thought I could improve it. Please. People are suffering." I looked at her for a long moment, the woman who had taken my place while they marched me out in the rain. Part of me wanted to let her drown in the chaos she helped create. But the mayor's words echoed. Punishing them punishes everyone. I opened my notebook. "I'll help, but not for Raj, not for the company, and not for you. For the city. And from now on, I report directly to the mayor." 3 weeks later, the system was stable again. Better than before, actually. I had creative control, my name on the official documents, and a small hand-picked team that actually respected the work. The city terminated its contract with Raj's firm and brought the project fully in-house under my leadership. Raj called once, offering triple pay, and an apology that sounded rehearsed. I let it go to voicemail. Sometimes I still think about that rainy afternoon. The champagne, the toast, the soggy box, the humiliation. The way they discarded 3 years of my brilliance because it didn't look conventional. But every time I drive through the city now and watch traffic flow smoothly, ambulances move without delay, and people get where they need to go, I feel something deeper than revenge. I feel free. And I feel like I finally built something that no one can take away again. If you've ever been fired or replaced after pouring your soul into a project, tell me in the comments. How did it feel when they suddenly needed you back? Drop your location too. Lahore, New York, wherever you are. Like if this story hit you in the chest, subscribe for more raw corporate stories, and I'll see you in the next one.